Alright, hey everyone. So I'm about to head out for the day. I have to go out with my parents for a bit. So I wanted to cover this really quickly. This is an article that I found. It's one of the things that was recommended to me because I do look up a lot of cosplays and yada yada yada, and a lot of convention stuff and stuff like that, anime in general. So it's like a lot of people, or a lot of the things I see on my recommended list was stuff for the same kind of things, or people who are into the same kind of things writing about that kind of stuff. So yeah, I get a lot of these articles, and surprisingly, a lot of them are from Nyanet, which, if anyone doesn't know what Nyanet is, it's Nyannet. I think it's all one word. Go check that out. It's run by Hiro Hey. I'm just promoting it because it actually is a good source of entertainment and information. Always do your own research, but whatever. Anyways, this is something I wanted to cover. So, cosplay conventions should be all about fun and games. Leave the drama at home. As a longtime cosplayer, I have found it extremely aggravating when people want to cause trouble and drama at conventions. I have seen way too much of it, and quite frankly, I am sick of it. My friends and I are in agreement that these conventions should be our escape from reality. Yet rather than use these cons as the bastion to mingle with fans, meet celebrities, and purchase new items or for props or games, some people would rather create problems for other patrons. I find it sad and pathetic that such drama queens would stoop to a level of petty disdain for other cosplayers and fans alike. Seriously, you want to ruin someone else's fun because you want to stir up some trouble? Or how about this, spreading rumors about someone when there is really no basis in said falsehoods? For example, I knew a guy back in 2014 was accused of being a creep simply for talking to people. Did anyone ever walk up to said person to get his side of the story? Nope, they never did. If these convention drama queens did some investigation, I am certain it would have interested them to know that the poor guy in question had to watch his mother die that year. Also, since he knew nothing for the lingo or the customs, it would have been more helpful to have taught him the rules. And yes, I was that person. Here's another good example. I have a dear friend whom I will call Kay, not a real name. She's disabled and we have fun with each other on the weekends. Platonic, I should add, in case anyone is asking as well. Kay is a very sweet, friendly lady, and when I first met her, I was at my low point from my ordeal in 2014. Because of Kay, she was able to help me overcome the onslaught of rumors and hearsay about me. Something I am forever grateful for, considering Kay convinced people to see the good in me. Some jackass had the nerve to accuse my friend Kay of using her disability to obtain free stuff. I can tell you that she never once did. Never once did Kay do anything of the sort. I know this because I hang with her at cons and in public on weekends. I find it sick that anyone would accuse Kay of such a heartbreaking thing, as Kay is not that kind of person. Yet the rumors still are abound, largely because people are hateful of Kay. Is she not punished enough for being disabled? I agree with that. I have to point out, people who will go after people with no basis are bad enough, but the people who attack people who are disabled, that's just whatever. Is she not punished enough with having a crummy home life? Is she not punished enough with being a prisoner of her own fate? Looks like these idiots whom hate Kay for whatever sick reason they have made it their mission to cause her more grief in her already tragic life. Sadly, no. It seems that the rumor mill has it for my friend Kay. It seems that has it in from okay, whatever. So I am just going to say this clear as day. If you do not like someone, do not pay them any mind. Should they talk to you or come your way, just be nice to them. Even if you do not like them, still be nice to them regardless. You never know what horrors such people have to face on a day-to-day basis. For all you may know, is that one person you hate may have a personal tragedy regarding a death in the family or disability which robs them of a normal life. To all cosplay convention goers, stop with the hatred. It has no place at conventions. Leave that crap at home and enjoy yourselves. Also, should you see that one person you hate, please be nice to them. Sit down and talk to them. Work with them. They never know. You never know. You might end up liking that person. Yet all it takes is the courage to break out of your comfort zone. In closing, I will say this again. Leave the drama at home. Have fun at conventions and enjoy the escape from reality. Yeah, So here's the thing with this article. It's 100% correct. That's why I hate when people are like, oh, well, conventions that are not the same ethnicity as the person cosplaying them, or cosplays that are not the same ethnicity as the person cosplaying them, are, blackface or racist or cultural appropriation. Bullshit. Or even people who, don't like Vic going to conventions, so they'll drop out of that convention as a volunteer. You're just acting like a little shitty child. I'm sorry, there's no other way to say it. You're acting like a stubborn brat. Shut up. Like, what do you want? You just want to ruin people's days. I don't see any point in you doing that. You can make it through a few days with someone being at the convention, which you probably won't even have to deal with. You can just say, hey, can someone else talk to Vic? I don't feel comfortable being around him, which I would completely understand. Accusations have been made, therefore a lot of people are uneasy around him. I understand that. That's just the normal brain patterns of anyone who's heard bad things about someone. But don't go and just quit the whole convention, leaving the convention to, work on its own. Like, just be a good person. That's all I'm going to say here. Just don't be an asshole. But apparently that's too much to ask of some people. I also agree that a lot of the time you can't attack someone like it's nothing. Like, a lot of people... Okay, let me put it this way. I have experienced a shitty life. For anyone who doesn't know, people should know by now. When I was born, I was abandoned. I was put into foster care. I was abused in that family, sexually and physically, and also verbally, obviously. And then I was... one of my foster siblings, older sister, she reported the foster father. My foster mother had no clue of it. I don't have any memories of this, I need to point out, but reported it to the police, in which they did an investigation. I was taken out of their foster family, put back into foster care, and this time I was put into the home I'm in, not now because I'm an adult now, but I was put into my adoptive family. The adoptive family was rough for me because I had gone through so much trauma that I had very bad anger issues. Growing up, I did a lot of property damage. I did a lot of bad things that I'm not proud of. But I worked to improve on it. And nowadays, I can't really get as angry about half as much. I can guarantee I'll never get that angry again. Because I've had to work on it. But you don't know how much trauma I've had to go through. When I was 16, I was raped. Yeah. Which is another reason why I hate people using the word victim inappropriately. Because it pisses me off to the point where I'm just like, are you trying to, make us all look bad? Are you trying to actually ruin the whole, you're making the victims look out to be the villains, and I don't like that. It's just dumb, and it's disrespectful, and it's inconsiderate. Anyways, I don't want to hold on to that. Okay, thank you, Mom. I don't want to hold on to that right now. I don't want to keep talking about that. But long story short, I've been through a shitty life. I was put into several families, and I never really knew my birth parents, and I don't remember my foster parents. But my life has been complete bullshit. And I need to point out that at my first convention, I had so much fun. I was 14 when I went to my first convention, and I loved it. There was nothing about it I would have ever given up. I loved that convention so much, and it was RockCon. Yeah, I went to RockCon, the convention that I went to this year, or last year technically, where Vic was. That's one of the reasons why I support it, because he was there that year. He was one of the first voice actors I actually ever met, and that's not why I look up to him. I look up to him because he's a very strong, faithful man who I can respect. He's just a good guy. He cares. And then I went off and, went to a few conventions. Outside of that, I went to Toricon. I went to the Rochester City Comic Con, which is also named Flower City Comic Con. And I went to, I think those were the only three I really been to. Every year I go to RockCon, and Toricon is coming up in a few months, so I'm going to that hopefully this year. I don't really have a costume ready, but still planning on going. I might wear my maid uniform again. Dear God, that's going to be horrible. No, I'm doing it. I'm 100% doing it because I think Luke goes there every year now. Oh shit, I'm totally doing that. Hi Luke, if you're watching. I don't think he watches my videos. But I loved conventions. I loved it. Seeing the community get together and, just hang out over dumb things like anime or video games or, Vocaloid was a huge one at Rock or at Toricon. Like that was so much fun. There was a there was a Vocal America concert at Toricon, and it was so cool. It's like a 3D projection. It's so cool. It's basically like a hologram, and I loved it. It was awesome. Not to mention, I went to an adult Doki Doki panel, which to this day is probably one of my favorites because it was fucking hilarious, and it was for 18 up. But one year, I had a horrible, run-in with someone who was very rude, and unfortunately I couldn't really avoid them because they were in the same group as me. They were with one of my friends, and they were, it was his girlfriend. My friend's, my friend was his girlfriend. Long story short, so one of my friends from high school was female. She had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend was kind of a dick. And he would make fun of me for my weight, because that year I went as a Snorlax, for anyone who's not aware. And of course I had a giant heavy coat on underneath, like that was how I looked like Snorlax. I had a massive winter coat underneath, and it was horrible, because I was sweating up a storm. But then it started raining and freezing over, and I'm like, this is better. But I was a humanoid version of Snorlax. I had a picture from the internet that I used as my reference, but this guy was a complete douche, and I'm sorry, but dude, I don't give a crap if you having a bad day or if you're being protective of my friend and your girlfriend. Don't be a douche. And by douche, I mean he was making fun of me for my weight. He was making fun of me for liking anime at an anime convention. Are you stupid? Sorry, I just thought that was so dumb. Like, who makes... Anyways. And the worst part was, he was only there to keep an eye on his girlfriend, aka my friend. And thank God they broke up, because he was very, very controlling of her. And that was what ruined my day the worst. Because, I'm sorry, but anytime my day is, or my friend is having their day ruined because, they're not able to do anything with any of their friends, they're not able to enjoy the, virtual, not even virtual, but like the escape from reality at these conventions, which is what I always love going to them for. It's so much fun. But, yeah, the fact that she wasn't able to enjoy herself really pissed me off more than anything. And I kid you not, I was so tempted to beat the crap out of him. Because he would pull her along off to the side and be like, hey, you can't hang out with them. And she goes, yeah, I can. And he goes, no, you can't. And I'm just like, at one point I actually had to walk over and I said, sorry, but you don't own her. She'll do whatever she wants. And then he was like just staring at me menacingly the rest of the day. Like, okay, don't control her. But this whole scenario, this whole just bullshit day ruined a lot of my convention experiences. Like, one tiny experience like that can actually ruin how you feel the rest of the other conventions you go to. Since then, I've had a lot of fun at conventions, but it's been weird, because I've been looking through the corner of my eyes like, okay, is there any douchebags around, basically? And it's sad, because the moment you have one of those bad experiences, you're expecting another. You're always cautious, because you know another one will eventually come around. And it ruins the whole experience. That's why I hate what Kick Vic is doing, because they're just, interfering with a lot of people's lives, not just Vic's, but people who like going to these conventions to meet him. Which, I don't care if you're I Stand With Vic or Kick Vic. Don't ever be a douchebag and ruin other people's experiences with, what they enjoy. People can enjoy whatever the hell they want. I don't care if Vic was actually guilty of whatever they said. Okay? I don't care. People still respect him, and I would too. Because he's done a lot of good work. Even if he's a bad person, which, personally, I don't believe such a thing exists. I believe there's bad choices, no bad people. He still did amazing work. And he deserves respect for the work he did. Doesn't mean you have to respect him, but you have to respect the work he's done. And that's why I will always support him and his work, because I don't think he's guilty. There's no evidence to support him being guilty, so I'm going to leave that at that. But just let people enjoy themselves. Don't go around spreading rumors. Don't go around ruining people's experience at conventions. That's the whole point of a convention, is to get away from the drama of real life. And for you to push that drama into a place where it's supposed to be drama-free, which, unfortunately, nowhere in this world is drama-free because of bullshit people like you. But if you're going to do that, then just, fuck off. Don't go to conventions. And I know me saying that's probably going to make you want to go more. Fuck off. And I need to point out, if I hear any rumors at conventions, I'm normally one of the first people who goes over and talks to the person who's being rumored about. Because I don't believe bullshit from people who, are gossiping. The moment you hear a rumor, expect that it's false. Because most of the time when it's a rumor, it's false. And by that I'm talking about if people are sharing around information like, oh, that guy asked me out earlier. Okay, why are you telling people that? Unless you're trying to cause trouble. That's the whole point of gossip. It's to spread rumors to cause trouble, cause drama. So why the hell would I believe it? Because I don't see any other purpose than other than to cause drama. Oh, it's so frustrating for me. But anyways, I'm going to end this video here. God, I love that phone case. God, I was so into Sailor Moon back in the day. Anyways, I don't even know is that Sailor Moon? Yeah, that's Sailor Moon. I thought so. But anyways, I'm going to end this video here. Bye, everyone.